Hey, how you guys doing? Just want to do this quick video talking about the ending of Dragon Ball Super. The funny thing is that's actually a good title for it, Dragging Ball Super, because it's just dragging on. But here's the thing: they said that it's ending. Well, technically not ending on April 1st. On April 1st, a new show will take its slot, so it's ending the weekend before that. But here's the thing: they're saying like it's not the end of the series. Well, obviously Dragon Ball will probably live forever. Like that's a cow that shall never be over milked. It's just gonna stay, and I mean, speaking of it staying, I've got it over some, I've got this video running over some Dragon Ball Fighters gameplay from the beta, and this perfectly explains the beta. Just if you watch this all the way through, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But the whole thing on the ending is with how soon it's arriving, I don't know how they're gonna how they're gonna wrap up this story. Like, I mean, I expect it to be bad. Like, I expect the ending to be bad. One person, one person in the comment section when I was reading this stuff on this that said like the show, the show ending is the best writing that the show has had, and I was like, you know what? That's messed up, but it has been kind of bad. Like Super, the thing about Dragon Ball Super is that it's a show that's just based on hype. Like, what I mean by that is, while you're watching Dragon Ball Super, the story not so great. The characters, besides like Vegeta, because they gave Vegeta a lot of depth through this crap, made him a family man and stuff. But besides Vegeta, no characters are actually changing, doing anything different. They're all the same people, and everything's kind of bland. But you have these feats of strength that are hype moments. Ultra Instinct, hype moment. The whole Kaioken times whatever the flip, I don't remember, times what, 20 I think it is, 10, 20, whatever. Super Saiyan Blue, hype moment. Stuff like that. You got a bunch of moments in this series that are just specifically for hype. And that's all that this series has been. Everything else in the series is like meh, but you have some episodes where there's a great fight here, but nothing else makes you care about it. Like, I like Goku Black, but I only like him because of the cool attacks that he does. It's not like he's a great character or anything, but hype moments. So, as far as this ending coming to this series, quote unquote, because of the way they're talking about it, it sounds like it could be a hiatus, but more than likely it's gonna be an ending. Which they have a movie coming down the line this year somewhere about something, and that could be what they mean by the series isn't over. They're gonna end it with the movie maybe or something, or they could do this movie and then build up another season that's going to be like the initial seasons of Super that were based on movies or around the movies. Oh, I'm so mixed about this because I kind of like watching Super. I don't love Super. I love the manga, but that's a totally different story altogether. But as far as the show goes, I like having something to watch every Saturday night. But it's not the greatest thing ever. And some characters I wish that you could just go back in time and erase them from existence so I'd never have to think about them again. Like, Kale and Caulifla, whatever the flipper name is. Those characters, ooh, like, Super has had some really crap stuff in it, and then some really hype stuff, and it's just, oh man. When it comes to Super, if you're not all over the place, you're probably lying to yourself. If you're like, I love Super, I love everything the Super does, you're probably lying to yourself. If you're like, I hate everything in Super, you're probably lying to yourself, because there's no way that you could just hate everything in Super. There's at least one moment that was awesome. Mine was when Goku Black did that divine lasso for the first time and just threw all those different I guess you could call them spikes into Goku, and then did the pose and boom, blew him up. That was hot. I liked it. Like, that's what Super is. Super is not something that, well, in my personal opinion, Super is not something that you should take seriously. Like, it's almost like reading a fan fiction. That's how Super feels. I know it's supposed to be quote unquote canon, but when you have an anime and a manga that are running simultaneously, not like you have, I don't know, let's think of a quick example. Well, flip the original Dragon Ball manga. That was before the show, you know? So, show based on manga. This time around, you have the show running simultaneous with the manga, so you're actually getting two different stories. Like, there's extreme, sometimes, extreme differences between the two stories. And at other times, there are minuscule differences. But the point is, they're two different stories. And with the Super anime, it's just, I don't know. It's different from how I feel about other things. Like some anime, when I watch them, I'm like, man, I hate to see this go. I hope it gets another season. Then others, I'm like, man, can we forget about this and act like it never happened? With Super, I'm kind of in the middle. I'm like, yeah, I liked watching more Dragon Ball, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be like hankering for it. Like, man, I wish there were still episodes coming on. Nah, I'm just gonna be like in the middle, like, it's over. Oh well. I guess I'll see the movie when it comes out. I'm gonna be playing the game, so it's whatever, no big deal. Moving on with life. But the real thing here is, with how soon it's ending, because that means the last episode is gonna be in March, since April 1st, it'll be done by then. So, last episode is in March, which they said they were in the Tournament of Power in March, so that means that when the tournament ends, the show ends. So I'm kind of wondering how they're gonna fix that up, because I don't know. I would say because it's gonna have to be a rushed ending, but the whole show feels rushed, so it's just gonna feel like more Super. Like, they're gonna throw in one episode, haha, this person won. Haha, this is what happened. Haha, end of story. All in one episode. And then it's gonna be like, now I really don't want it to come back. Oh man. But yeah, it is ending. That is crazy. Like, I don't know. I guess because it's Dragon Ball, I expected it to go for another good 50 to 100 episodes, just because. But it's with the whole thing ending, it's a little shocking. But goodness, they've drug this show out so long. Like, they just keep dragging it out. Like, stuff that should be settled fairly quickly takes forever. Here's what it is. Here's my way to explain it. You know how we watched Dragon Ball Z back in the day, originally? Everything was extremely long, but that's because they threw in a lot of filler. And it's like Dragon Ball Super while not following a manga or anything, is still dragging out everything like Z did. It's like it's adding filler where there is no room for filler. If you understand what I'm trying to say, I don't know. I don't quite understand it myself. Sometimes I confuse myself. But they're throwing in extra stuff to make these fights extra long, to make these arcs extra long, and it's not necessary. Dragon Ball is, in my personal opinion, at its best when it's fast paced. Like, I think the thing should just go from, hey, this is the problem, hey, this is what we're gonna do, maybe some training thrown in here, now we're gonna go fight, you know? Or, hey, this is the problem, we face the problem beats the tar out of us, we go train, we come back for a problem, end of arc. That's how Dragon Ball works best, in my opinion, but it's whatever. The series is definitely not. I'm just here's my personal opinion again. It's not gonna be remembered as like the greatest thing ever. Like when people think about Dragon Ball, that's a lot of people's gateway anime. Everybody knows Dragon Ball. Heck, even people who don't watch anime know Dragon Ball. It's just that's the thing. But Super, although it has the Dragon Ball title, I don't think it'll be remembered the same way as Z was, you know? Like nothing is remembered the way Z is. For the good and or bad of Z, it's I don't know, it's not gonna be memorable. Super. Z is this. It's its own entity. It's something that everybody understands. Everybody gets why people like it, but not everybody likes it. But Super is just gonna be something that happened, and then it's gone. Like even the characters in Super, they're not interesting enough to care about later. Like even when we get stuff later on in life, like you know how these games go and stuff, people are like, oh, we want. Here's the thing. When we look at Dragon Ball games, people are like, we want Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Flip, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And you hear them, basically that's pretty much it. But you don't hear a lot of stuff of, I want all this stuff from GT. No, we just want Super Saiyan 4s, throw them in the game, thanks. And me personally, I don't like Super Saiyan 4, so I don't even want that. But with Super, there's just not enough stuff in Super that's likable to want more of. Like people are like, I like Hit. Okay. I mean, personally, I don't really care for Hit, but people like Hit. Probably because his whole, assassin time skip stuff and all that. Some people like Kaba. The fan base is completely split, I believe, on Kale and Caulifla. Other than that, what characters do people even care about out the series? That was what, 4 people? And they're all from the same universe. And then you have some people are starting to like Topo and Dispo and Jiren. Although Jiren is like, he doesn't even exist. Like as a character, he doesn't exist. He has no backstory, nothing. He's just there. He's just there and super strong. Now in the manga, they did give him a little bit of backstory, which made him a little bit more noticeable, but he's not anything special. If anybody wants to see him in the game, it's just so they can do some overpowered techniques from Jiren. But as far as characters go, nobody wants to hold on to any of these people. You know? It's just, Super is a thing that was here for a while, and then it was gone. That's how I think Super will be remembered. Like GT, we remember GT as it happened and it's over. It's just not something that's gonna be in high regard. There's gonna be the people who are just like the GT people who say, this was great, we loved it, and there was nothing wrong here. And then they're gonna be, you know, everyone else. And it's like, I like some of the fights, but overall the show was kind of, crap. Because, that's how everybody else is about GT. It's like, I like some of the fights, the transformations were cool and stuff, but overall GT was trash. And then you have the small base of people that are like, GT was wonderful. It was amazing. I loved it. God, I hate GT. Anywho, enough of me rambling. I just wanted to get at my thoughts about Super ending. I can tell you what. If nothing else, Super has had a fun run. Like, we can't say that Super was not a thing, Super was, it had its ups, it had its downs, mostly downs, but Super was here. And even though it had stuff that sucked, people couldn't stop watching it, and people really, whether they admit it or not, did enjoy bits and pieces of it. So I will have very few, but a couple of fun memories with it, and hopefully the manga ends better. And I'm saying it like, I know how the ending of this show is going to be. I don't, because I don't look at spoilers or anything, but I'm assuming it's going to be a mess. But we don't know yet. So, anywho, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to do more videos like this on this channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out, and have a great day.